Well, hello, everybody. It's great to be back on your TV to have an opportunity to have a little conversation about happenings in Belleville as we deal with the COVID-19 virus. Welcome to the month of December. This is the first week of December, and I can tell you that back in March, I never thought this way would come, and it's hard to believe we're already now into December, and I look back and I'm so proud of how we've dealt with the COVID-19 challenges since then. Last week, when I gave an update, I talked about the fact that we were anticipating being moved from the previous green zone into a yellow zone, and that happened this week based on the increased numbers of confirmed cases in our area. That being said, we continue to cope pretty well with the COVID-19 virus. Testing is moving along very well at the COVID-19 Assessment Center on Cobble Street. Also for asymptomatic people, the Shoppers Drug Mart facility on Sydney Street is doing testing. And of course, EMS for Hastings County is doing testing at people's homes. So, what I would just say is that stay focused on what we know we need to do. The three most important things that residents can do to help us with the COVID-19 situation is to wash their hands, social distance, and when you cannot social distance or when you're indoors, wear a mask. Those are the things that are the most effective. But in addition, I would say just be aware of the advice from public health, including the fact that if you don't need to travel, particularly to these hotspot areas of Ontario, don't. You can protect yourself. That's the most important thing you can do, and I encourage everyone to do so. One of the things I want to address today is a troubling item that's sort of been coming up, and that is the unsubstantiated rumors and people that are trying to, scare us when they talk about misinformation in the community. Over the course of last weekend and earlier this week, there have been reports that buses are coming from Toronto and other hotspots to the Quinte Mall. Our hotels are full of out-of-town people, and it's just not true. It's damaging to those businesses. McCoy Trust Bus Lines, who someone suggested that they had actually spoken to a bus driver, and the bus driver confirmed he had a group full of shoppers. I spoke to both the Quinte Mall and the bus service company. None of it is true. It's a complete lie. It's a fabrication. But, I think people are just nervous and they're willing to take things at face value. In the past, we would have been a little bit more critical. We would have said, I'm not so sure. I'll do some research. I encourage us all to do so. We won't let this virus divide us. There are a lot of people who come to Belleville for legitimate reasons. They may be working here. They have essential services. They may be getting have appointments. These are all permitted, and we welcome them. Let's just not get carried away. Let's continue to listen to the Prince Edward health professionals and Dr. Oglaza, and we're going to get through this just fine. And I appreciate everyone's cooperation with this. This week, Belleville City Council met to deal with our 2021 capital budget. We approved 85 projects for just a little bit under $37 million. I'm really satisfied with the budget. It was adopted as is in terms of all the projects that the Finance Committee and staff had sort of narrowed down. I think it's a very balanced capital budget. It has a combination of everything from really important road work, and we're investing in upgrades and repairs to water and sanitation lines. But at the same time, we're also focusing on recreation and the pressures we found in 2020 because of COVID. We're trying to make sure that we have some more outdoor facilities in the future. We combine both short-term needs, immediately things that we want to do, but we're also investing in our future so that when we come out of COVID, we will not miss a beat. And so that's really important. And another thing that's important, and Council was really pleased to be able to do this, the investment of this $37 million in our capital budget is not going to put pressure on our overall tax rate. What I mean by that is the money that we've had in previous years from tax dollars that have gone to pay for the capital budget will continue this year. We don't need any more, and that's important, and it's quite an accomplishment because while inflation has affected the costs of many of our projects, we have maintained that same tax burden, and so I know that everybody is looking forward to that. We're not done yet in terms of our budget. We will have our operating budget, so the people and the services we actually provide. That'll come later this spring in April. But in the meantime, we've knocked off and done all of these capital items. We've set it, and staff are now going to be able to go out and get bids and tenders on this, and going early allows us to get very competitive pricing. So I'm grateful for that. At the last council meeting, we also declared Pat Culhane's seat vacant. And now the process will be going forward. At the December 14th City Council meeting, we will be determining how we're going to fill that vacancy. Belleville City Council has two options. One is to call a special election and go through a process where people will run and be selected. The other option is to appoint a replacement. And this week, I had a meeting with the Canadian Federation of Business and Professional Women. I met with the national and the provincial and the local presidents. Here's a picture of us meeting in a socially distanced manner in Belleville City Council chambers. They wanted to ensure that Belleville City Council considered the fact that they wanted to see us replace former Councillor Pat Culhane with a female councillor to replace her. Currently, prior to Pat's passing, we had 2 out of the 9 members of Belleville City Council who were female. And with Pat passing away, that brings us down to Councillor Kelly McCaw, 1. And that's about an 11% ratio of Belleville City Council. In the 2016 census, they made me very well aware of the fact that 52% of Belleville's population is female. And they wanted to see the city of Belleville choose to replace Pat Culhane with another female to maintain a 22% ratio. And we will have to consider that, as well as I'm hearing from other people. Many residents are wanting me to know of their feelings on this, and City Council will make a decision about that later this month. A couple things I just want to finish up this week's message with. First of all, I want to say a big congratulations to Warden Rick Phillips from Hastings County. Today, this week, marked his 6th time being sworn in as the Warden of Hastings County. And we work very closely with Warden Phillips as well as Hastings County Council. We partner with Hastings County to provide many really important services for our residents. And we offer our congratulations to all of Hastings County Council, but in particular, Warden Rick Phillips as he continues on his work, and we thank them for their service. The last thing I want to talk about is this week marks the 2nd year anniversary of Belleville City Council being sworn in, and my being sworn in as the mayor. That happened back on December the 3rd, 2018. And we are now at the halfway point of this term. I am so proud of the many accomplishments of our council and of the city. And I thank members of City Council and the public and everyone in the community for their support and for giving us this opportunity to serve and to represent you and to bring about these positive changes for Belleville. We're only at the halfway mark, which means that we have a lot more work that we're still going to do and a lot more accomplishments ahead of us. But I wanted to take a moment to say that I am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm lucky to be working with such a talented and diverse council. And I'm lucky to have such the support of the great men and women of the city of Belleville. And I want you to know that it's very much appreciated. And I'm looking forward to the future. So with that, I want to say again, a big thank you to YourTV for giving me this opportunity to provide an update from the city of Belleville as I deal with COVID-19 times. We are now into the month of December, and I ask everyone to take advantage of all of the benefits that we have in a safe, socially distanced manner. Take a look at the Festival of Lights. Look at the enchanted downtown programs. Be safe and stay well.